Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be sharing some tips on how to lose weight fast and without dieting or killing yourself in the gym. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I'm going to jump right to the juicy information. So my number one tip is not to eat after 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. It all depends on your bedtime, and the reason why is because if you don't eat too close to bedtime, then you give your metabolism the time to be boosted. And the second tip that I have is to not take the car for short walkable distances. Try to walk as much as you can to where you have to go. If you have to go down to the shop and it's not too far from your house, don't take the bus or don't take the car. Just try to walk to it or try to ride the bicycle to it. So I know I say that you didn't have to do much physical activity, and you actually don't. But you should try to incorporate at least 10 minutes of walking in your day. And if you're not bothered to walk, just try to do some kind of physical activity for 10 to 15 minutes. It could be dancing. If you're into that kind of thing, just put you put a small playlist with your favorite songs and you get jiggy to it. You could also try to play tag or some just anything that keeps you moving for a minimum 10 minutes. That actually helps a lot. You may underestimate it, but it helps a lot. Another thing that helps me is doing housework, because when I do housework, I actually set the timer for 30 to 40 minutes and I do housework, and during those 30 to 40 minutes I don't sit down. So I'm either vacuuming or making the bed, so I'm always moving. And you may think, you may see this as a big chore, or you may not just be bothered by it, but it's great. It helps you lose quite some weight to move around like that. Fourth tip, drink lots of water. I lost 2.5 kilos just by hiking up my water intake from half a liter a day to 3 liters a day. I know 3 liters looks like a lot. What I do is I put water in this big 1 liter container, and I divide my day in 3 parts. So I tell myself that by midday I should have finished 1 liter of this, and then in the afternoon I have to drink 1 more liter of this, and I have to finish the 3rd liter just before I go to bed, about half an hour before I go to bed. And that's great because I have to finish it before I wash my face and do my whole skincare routine, my nighttime routine. And another thing that you could do if you don't like drinking water, you could try to mix juices with water. Have maybe 1 ratio of juice to 2 ratios of water, or drink lots of tea and hot products. I am absolutely in love with tea. The only problem is that it stains your teeth. But what I do is I try to, if I don't drink 1 liter of water in the morning, I try to have 1 liter of tea in the morning, and that really helps start my day. So that's another tip for you. My 5th tip sounds a lot like the 4th tip, but it would be to drink in the morning, as soon as you wake up, hot water with honey and a bit of lemon, or a lot of lemon, depending on if you like that or not, and some ginger. The reason why is because lemon actually helps a lot with the metabolism, and this drink helps you to detoxify. On top of that, it helps to stave off all kinds of sicknesses around the area. Well, I believe so. I like to try natural remedies, and this helps me to stay cold free a lot of times. I actually catch maybe 2 to maximum 3 colds a year, and I believe that this is one of the reasons why. So the 6th tip is to not buy soda. I'm the kind of person who really likes sodas and fizzy drinks, all that good stuff. I love carbonated drinks, and it was doing a number on my teeth, So what I decided to do was to not buy it myself. If I go shopping, I try not to buy anything sugary. I hardly buy anything sugary. And the reason why is because I think that if you wean your body off of it, then you wouldn't need it. And you know what? Carbonated drinks are so full of sugar, you have no idea how many calories you're taking in. I read that in 1 liter of Coca-Cola, you have 18 teaspoons of sugar. That is so much. Like, guys, do you know what? If you knew what sugar does to your skin and to your body, you would run away from that. This next tip is quite drastic and you may not like it, but my advice would be to cut sugar out of your diet. Start small. For example, if you're used to drinking tea with sugar, then try to first reduce the number of teaspoons of sugar that you put, and then try to go completely off of sugar in your tea, and then start to incorporate slowly by slowly. I actually don't have any more sugar. I decided about 3 years ago that I would not take sugar in the form of sugar. You know, obviously there's sugar in practically everything nowadays, but I don't reach for the sugar bowl myself unless I'm making cake or something that needs it, and if I make cake I try not to overindulge in it. And you know what, I have to say it really has helped me generally. I noticed that my pimples stopped being so recurrent, and then I also noticed that when it came to the overall appearance of my skin was so much better, and I was able to lose quite some weight. My other advice would be to serve yourself food on a small plate. Don't go for these huge round plates and feel the need to stack food onto the plate. What I do is I take a smaller plate and and if I have to serve myself again, then I'll do it. But if you put large portions on a large plate, then you'll be eating so much more, and I think kind of subconsciously in your mind you want to finish everything on the plate, so I try not to do that. Another thing that I do is I try to eat slowly. I'm not great at that because I just tend to wolf down my food. I try to eat slowly, and I try to drink as well at the same time as eating. One thing that helped me massively, and that has helped so many people around me, is Chinese slimming teas. So here's the tea on this tea. This tea works by making you go to the toilet, like your stomach literally is killing you. It feels like your intestines are just twisting and turning up themselves, and the reason why it works, I think, is because it provokes diarrhea. It's like taking a laxative. So if you don't have those Chinese slimming teas, just take a laxative. And I would advise sipping these teas every single day for a week. You would be so surprised how much weight you would lose, because you're always in the toilet and you have diarrhea. It's not pretty. Like, you have diarrhea, you literally sit in the toilet for like 2 or 3 hours a day. But it helps you because you're not eating as much, and you're diarrheaing, so you're getting rid of all those things. I don't really know, I don't think it's healthy over time, but if you want a quick fix, that really helps. And you can get these teas from your local Asian store, and it's just called slimming tea. There is no particular name, and I wouldn't advise any particular brand, because each country has I think each country has its own Asian stores, and all of these Asian stores carry their different slimming teas. But that really helps me when I need a quick fix. I haven't needed a quick fix in a very long time, but I know a friend of mine who uses those regularly when she has to, attend a very important function, and it looks really, it works. It does its job. That's all I can say. It really does its job. And finally, last but not least, I would say if you're craving something, try to look for the healthy alternative. I have an empty box of chocolate here because my partner ate everything. He loves this chocolate himself. But anyway, this is his chocolate. And so if you're craving chocolate, try to go for dark chocolate. I would recommend going for a chocolate with about 70% minimum of cocoa. This has about, actually this doesn't have too much, it only has 55%. But I think we got it because of the fruits. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe, like, and comment. You can subscribe by pressing on that red button just next to my name. There's also a new feature, that is the notifications feature. It's a bell-like symbol next to my name. If you press on the notification tab or in the notification symbol, you will get all of my uploads as soon as they come out. You will be notified as soon as I upload another video. If you have other social media apart from YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram. I will write my Instagram name. You can also follow me on Snapchat. This year I'm going to be so much more present on Snapchat than I was last year. So please do that, and don't forget to give me future video ideas if you have any in the comments. Bye guys.